I'm talking with Howard Quayle, and really with your MEA hat on, Mr. Quayle, it's all over. It's a merger, and you're seen as a high flyer anyway and going to be going to greater things. I mean, what do you think, first of all, about the merger? You relaxed about that? Was it something you wanted?
Well, when it was first announced to me, I did have concerns because the way it had been promoted to me, I would have to put a plan in place by the 28th of February and then implement it on the 1st of April. And there was no way, I felt, you could do a merger properly that's cost effective, doesn't make too many problems for the public and the workforce who we've got to look after, and save the taxpayer money in a rush job. However, it's been agreed that whilst the legals will be done on the 1st of April, we will be allowed a 12-month period of staged implementations of combinedness of the Water and Sewerage Authority with the MEA. So it'll be done over a 12-month period, which I think is eminently sensible. As a result of the 3-year tariff freeze for the business and everyone on the Isle of Man, we had seen increases of 5.5 million just in the price of gas per annum. And we were going to have to put our, we were faced with tariff increases over the next 3 years of 7%. Now, as a result of the surplus cash that the Water Authority makes in a year, that will help the MEA's cash flow problems, and it means that as a result of that, we'll only have to put up the tariff from an inflationary point of view rather than the 7% that we had been looking. So
it's robbing Peter to pay Paul slightly, surely.
It is robbing. It could well be argued that at the end, Treasury could have given us the money without the merger. It could well be argued. However, we're going to need one chief executive less.
Yeah.
Some of the senior management, I wouldn't expect in the future to have the same number. I don't see the workforce having major reductions for the simple reason that the synergies aren't there. You've got water, you've got electricity, and there's two separate skill bases. So I think the workforce are going to be okay. It's going to be more the admin management side where I think the savings will be made, and the fact that eventually there'll only be one corporate headquarters. So it then frees up a headquarters to be either be sold off or to be allowed to be used for something else, and that therefore saves the taxpayers money. And as a politician, we've got to look at ways of streamlining things and saving money. And the proposed plan is that over a 20-year period we'll save £20 million. And whilst it's a small amount for the first 5 years, 20 million over a 20-year period, it's not to be sniffed at. And
you say the Water Authority is doing all right, then suddenly we get the sewage tax put on.
The Water Authority is doing it, the sewerage isn't. The Sewerage Authority is losing money, and it's subsidised by Treasury to, I think, the tune of £6 or £7 million a year. And because of things like the public sector pension scheme, which we've just been talking about, the 35 million shortfall, Treasury have got to balance the books. They've been using the reserves to balance the books, but they have a plan where you can't keep on robbing your rainy day reserve because you're going to have nothing left very soon. So they're saying, right, we've got to balance the books. The Sewerage Authority is now going to have to start paying interest on the capital loans that it's got. And as a result of that, that's why sewerage are bringing in this £50 rising to £100 the following year charge. Nothing to do with the MEA-WASA merger. It was always, I'm not chairman of the Water and Sewerage Authority, but I'm led to believe that they always were going to have to do that, whether the merger went ahead or not.
Of course, if the rumours are right, you're heading for being a minister in the next few weeks' time.
Well, the rumours are...
Well, you've heard them, obviously. I've heard them.
All over the place.
They've got to bring in some new, fresh bodies. I mean, the Chief Minister's already said that. You've played a good game with the government. You've challenged, but you've kept within.
I was going to say I don't want.
No, but you kept inside the sort of. The Chief Minister's still friendly with you.
Yeah, well, my style is never to go out. I always try and work with people rather than rubbish them. Now, if anyone looks at my voting record, they'll see I quite regularly vote against the government. I voted against the government on preschool.
Okay, but once you get inside Coburn, then you have to do the block vote. Would you be comfortable doing that?
You're very complimentary, Paul, that I'm going to go up.
I'm just testing to see what you say, because, I mean, the Chief Minister watches these back anyway. You have your meetings with him. I'm sure you've already had exploratory talks with him.
No, I have not been approached in any way, shape or form, and I never go up to see the Chief Minister unless it's something to do with the job I'm doing.
But you wouldn't say no, right?
You can't say no. You've come into the job to do your best.
What would you like then?
I'll have to take. I mean, you're putting words into my mouth, Paul. As a very skilled interviewer, I'll have to take what I'm given. I'll do them. I didn't come into government to carve out some long-term political career. I came in to do the best that I could, and if the Chief Minister feels that he wants me to help with Coburn and move things forward, then I'll go up. But equally, if he decides I'm not the person for him to go up, I'm very happy in economic development. I'm really enjoying the e-gaming, the shipping registers, the aircraft registers, space.
Okay. Can I say that was a skilled politician's answer?
Thank you, Paul.
To the same question. We'll wait and see what happens over the next few weeks. Thank you.
Okay, Paul.